What's up, everybody, and welcome to karosgaming. I am here with you to show you my first 64x64 build with the new horse expansion pack, and I'm so excited to show you what I did for my first barn. But first, I just want to show you this adorable family that I got to make. I mean, look how freaking cute this outfit is. I'm obsessed with everything about this outfit, with the cow print and everything, and she's just so freaking cute. And I love it. But I think the funniest thing, and I just realized this as I'm showing you guys, she has hairy legs. And I mean, no shame here, but I also was not planning on having that. I didn't add that. I guess I just didn't remove it or notice it. But this is Bradley, and we have hairy legs out here on the farm. And of course, these are my two horse babies that you're seeing, but I really wanted to show you this blue saddle. I mean, look how pretty this is against the brown horse. So I am just obsessed with this pack. I think it is the first pack that we've had in a really long time that's just a hit and so much success with all the details, the writing, and it adds a lot of gameplay, but also the build itself. I mean, we get a lot of fun. The world is really fantastic, and I just overall think The Sims did a phenomenal job on this pack. And I am just so pleased with it, and I hope everybody else is. I know there were a few glitches that thankfully I didn't have to experience of the horses, but I really just think overall The Sims did a really good job on this pack, and I am so excited to show you my first barn build. So let's get into it. One of the first things I do want to point out, if you are looking to get this pack or you're looking for a review specifically, I love about this game is that even if you have a small lot, even if you're kind of playing out a different Sims story and you're not starting big and grand here on the 64x64 lot, even if you have a small lot, you have these surrounding areas. So it even comes with a training center, typically beside it. And what's really cool is this, the Sims 4 compared to the Sims 3 isn't an open world, but this map kind of makes you feel like it is. You're able to ride around and select, and this is a house here. So for example, if you have these smaller lots, you are still able to have this training center. See, like this is the square lot. And she does have stalls, but you would be able to come over here and train your horse even though you don't have access. And I just think you can ride horses through the water and just through everything. And it's so pretty that it's pretty much like an open world. So I really, really love this map overall. But really what's cool about the 64x64 build that I wanted to show you is that it is all fenced in. So it really looks like you own all of this stuff. And I just think it's so cool. And so we do have on the 64 lot, you have jumps and, barrels. So you don't even necessarily have to put this in on your lot over here. And of course, pastures. So one of the quite small details I added, but feel like it adds a little bit extra to the game, is really just adding these simple gates right here and on this side. It just kind of mimics that, like, you can ride out and feel and this area is theirs. So I really love it, even though you can't build without the free build cheat, but I really love that you have so much space and access on this map. So this truly helps make the game even better, and I highly just recommend this pack overall. So let's get what you're here for. Let's see this modern build. So I really, for the feel of this, wanted to give a farmhouse that was modern on the outside. It felt light and airy, and it wasn't completely rustic, and also got that homey country, farm vibe in general, but still had those fun touches. So let's get into it. First off, on the outside, we have this really fun landscaping, just because we have that pop of color with all the white. It added a pop of color with all the purples and pinks and having it surrounded by the house. We have this awesome little landscaping area to really show entrance to the barn. And then, of course, the driveway mimicking over here to the driveway. So really just, I love adding that stuff in, even though it's not real. You could almost put a horse trailer here if you wanted to. And of course, you still have lots of room here with things to do. And I opted not to, just because I really wanted to feel like it connected. And there is some opportunity, but I really liked the idea of just kind of keeping it simple over here. So one of my favorite additional things that I did, and what I'll show you guys, is at night, if we change some of that beautiful lighting on here, we really added those lights in. So I have lights throughout the plants. So you can always really see everything, and no matter where you're at, what you're doing in the backyard, on the barn, you really get those lights at night, which was one of the fun small details I always like to focus on in some of my builds. So let's go ahead and get started. So inside, I really wanted to give you guys a modern country feeling home. Instead of focusing on technology, we really wanted to focus on what makes a barn living. So family spaces, not a lot of TVs. Actually, there are no TVs in this build, and really just giving that country rustic modern feel into this home. So I did put these beautiful rockers from the pack. You have that wraparound porch that people love to see in the South and just in old country homes. And then when you come inside, you're first going to come to the family room. Again, no TVs. And so if you're watching this video to number one, see the build, but also decide if you want to get this horse expansion pack, I think I use a ton of the horse expansion stuff and a lot of the cottage living stuff as well. So I highly recommend both packs together. But if you're looking, these are the furniture pieces from the horse ranch pack. So again, use this awesome vase, a lot of the country feel, but still that modern twist with the windows and the shiplap. And so really no TVs, just family areas. Then we have this back-to-back fireplace, really just trying to make it feel like it's almost like a see-through fireplace that you can't quite build in The Sims. And just one of my favorite pieces right here is this adorable fireplace kit. I just love it, and I think it's always so fun to add, and it matches this little cute country radio or music radio in general. So this is your first opening area, then leads you to the kitchen. I just want to know, I've never used red in any of my builds. It's not my color. It's typically not something I do. And I'm not going to lie, I feel like this kitchen does kind of look like a firehouse, but we're going to move past that because I think it really, for some reason, attracted me. I started the red in the kitchen and eventually added all the red out here, and you're going to see a little bit more. And I think it just fits this build. I wanted to really focus on in this kitchen things that felt country, modern and ranch style. So of course some of the plants maybe from the garden, this beautiful homemade bread, and even another bread box over here. So really focusing on that homemade lifestyle, you know, family. We don't have time for TV. We have time for homegrown things and just good old family cooking. So this is our kitchen right here that leads you to the dining room. Of course, we have our wine and nectar, or not wine, nectar, which replaces or basically is wine storage for the family to have. And then also I am just obsessed with this round table. I think it's the most country modern farmhouse thing that you can get in a home. And I think the details of this kitchen or this table is just freaking adorable. And then of course we have our hair area over here. So we have all of this stuff came in the horse ranch kit. And I just love the beautiful artwork and these tables. It just really mimics everything that encompasses modern farmhouse, and I just think it's so cute. So next up, we go straight into a laundry room connection and then to the mocked garage that ended up just being a gym. Normally, you could place a car here, but since cars aren't actually usable, I wanted to make sure that we were able to use this space and have an awesome gym space to use. So you can come out here. You can also see a little bit more of that laundry room. I do always make sure to have all the details in here. So again, you can even see they have hooks as they walk in, and then just this cute brim. So next up, when you come over here, if you come into this hallway, you're going to find a little bit of sitting area right here. And then there's going to be your downstairs half bath. And then this leads to the master. So again, you find this adorable, just cute, simple half bath for visitors or the family to use. And then you come straight into the master bedroom. So again, just taking all that country rustic feel, but also hints of red again. For some reason, like I said, I really carried red throughout this home and made it the family's color. So really just the only TV I believe that's in the house is right here. And it's super exciting to just see it all come together. Next up, you're going to have the master bath. For some reason in this video, I'm missing the door, and that is just a Sims glitch. So please ignore that. But I love just all the hints of red, the deep red, and still having that modern white feel. And then also having a master closet that you can walk into and kind of have your Sim try on things. Or just add that fun aesthetic. So as you come back out to the living room, you will go right up to the stairs. Again, this is from Country Cottage. So I highly recommend this pack if you are looking to get two or just need some extra pizzazz for the horse ranch kit. But I loved this because I feel like it just showcases what the family encompasses, which is winning festivals, homemade and growing. And so really trying to showcase that in this home. So as we go up the stairs, you're going to immediately come up to this loft area. Again, something I really wanted to do in this home is really have family areas that people could sit and hang out, and lots of windows, but still have that rustic, modern farmhouse feel. Again, you actually could make this a bedroom and cut this off and make another hallway. You can maybe make even two in here, depending on how small, or another office, but I opted for a loft and think that is what would fit for my current family. But there are 2 bedrooms up here that do have bathrooms as well. So this would be potentially a guest room or an older room in general, with a bathroom and just this cute cozy nook of working area. There is a lot of details in this room with the curtains and the pin boards, and just always having some kind of accent on the walls, and just making it feel like, again, another ranch. And then we come over here to our blue room. So again, we use a lot of red downstairs, so I opted to do a green and a blue room. You do have a bunch of cute stuff. And then we also have a full bathroom, luxury bathroom, and closet as well. So this is the home that could absolutely be altered to fit whatever you need, but let's go outside. So of course I have a patio. This is using the gardening kit. So if you don't have the gardening kit and do want to download this, you would be able to make this a seating area, or just really anything that you want. So I popped in the gardening stuff and just some of those items, these cute little figurines from the pack, and a flower maker. That way, again, the family can encompass those beautiful principles of making bouquets and maybe selling them for money on top of all of their day-to-day farming routines. So of course, as you come outside, I am going to show you guys, this has a hot tub area, a fire pit area, and a pool area. So we really did highlight just everything that you would need in a backyard that we could fit in this tiny area. So again, the priority, of course, is the barn. So there is another gate here, and this opens up to the pasture. So I'm really, really excited because I was able to have a large pasture and make it feel very open. I feel like some of the Sims builds are almost unrealistic because they don't have pastures, and I just wanted to make sure that they had that. So of course, have the prairie grass over here. They have plenty of room to run. There is barrels to practice in the yard. And then we have our own mini farm section, which includes the cows from cottage living and the chickens. So this is kind of where we would lock them in and let the cow kind of hang out and the chickens hang out in here, whereas the horses kind of run through this area. So one of my favorite things about this horse build is, of course, you have the opening. You do have the trailer back here and some of these funny plants that you can pee in, which I love The Sims and how they're so silly sometimes. But you can technically open each stall, and it does have openings for the horses' heads. And so this is my favorite part about the barn, just because it allows them to kind of like have that outside access, but still have this really fancy indoor barn. So when you come in, it's a classic barn with hints of red and black and white. We have all the old washroom stuff. We have our certificates, for being a working barn, saddles, announcements for anybody that's coming to ride, all that supplies. And then each horse, of course, has like a mock grooming station and feeder and watering kits. So we can have up to 3 horses in this barn. Of course, you could make it bigger with the amount of space that you have, but just found this really cool. As you guys may notice, there's a downstairs and an upstairs. So if you come upstairs, we do have an opening, so up for the horses, but this area is just a bunch of hay bales, a bunch of nectar storage, sleeping bags for the kiddos or the people. I think if you ever went to horse camp, you might understand and see that you might have had a sleepover in the barn, or if you ever watched Heartland or the cute little like teenage shows with the horses, they would almost have sleepovers upstairs and sleep in the loft. So that's kind of what I was going with these cute little bags, and then having a seating area. So really just encompassing storage for the horse barn itself. And then if we come down into the basement, we will find our nectar maker. So of course, just in general, having a spot to store and make nectar, just because it came with the game. So I wanted to make sure that we had it in some capacity here. Yeah, so this is the barn build. I hope you guys like it. I hope you think it's cool and fun. I will say I have downloaded some that are really awesome and really amazing, and I can't wait to showcase some of my favorite builds that everybody has done. But really hope you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed this modern build. You can download this at karosgaming on the Sims Gallery. So find it, download it, let me know what you think, and hope you enjoyed this review of barn building on the 64 by 64 lot. Have a great week.